Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. BTS's rehearsal at MetLife Stadium for tomorrow's concert has once again created a moment that has ARMY around the world going wild. From MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the sound of BTS rehearsing could be heard from outside the stadium, immediately catching the attention of fans. One of the biggest highlights was hearing Jungkook's voice again after such a long time. For ARMY, hearing his singing during the concert preparations felt like medicine for their longing, while also helping ease some of the frustrations they have been feeling lately. The atmosphere around the stadium became even more exciting. ARMY from all over the world had gathered to welcome BTS back to the stage. The energy of fans filling the area around MetLife felt like a warm-up before the massive show officially began. Snippets of BTS's rehearsal could also be heard from outside the stadium, successfully making fans even more curious. Even though the sounds were faint and coming from behind the stadium, ARMY's excitement immediately skyrocketed. This moment became a sign that BTS was preparing their performance for the highly anticipated concert. Jungkook, with his distinctive voice, once again became one of the main highlights. After waiting so long for a moment like this, simply hearing his singing voice coming from MetLife Stadium was enough to make many fans emotional and even more excited. The rehearsal sounds coming from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford served as a reminder that BTS's concert was just around the corner. Soon, the stage lights would come on, thousands of ARMY would chant BTS's name, and all 7 members would once again deliver the spectacular performance fans have been waiting for. With the atmosphere getting hotter and ARMY's excitement continuing to rise, BTS's MetLife concert is expected to become one of the most special and emotional moments for both BTS and ARMY around the world. Meanwhile, another creative act by BTS fans has caught attention and made the night feel even more special. In a video circulating online, a rider on a red sport motorcycle can be seen traveling down a road at night. Wearing a helmet and dressed entirely in black, the rider was carrying a large flag or banner that could be clearly seen from a distance. However, it wasn't the red sport motorcycle that became the center of attention. Instead, the large banner attached behind it immediately sparked curiosity. Displayed on the banner were photos of 2 BTS members, Jimin and Jungkook, standing side by side, along with the large words, "BB Hot 100 #1 Duo," at the top. For fans, especially Jikookers, this sight was more than just a decoration passing through the streets. The banner became a creative form of celebration, appreciation, and support for Jimin and Jungkook's individual achievements on one of the most prestigious music charts in the world, the Billboard Hot 100. However, there is one important point that needs to be clarified. The term BB Hot 100 #1 Duo, written on the banner, is not an official category, title, or award given by Billboard. The phrase is better understood as a fan-created expression celebrating the fact that both Jimin and Jungkook have taken their respective solo songs to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And behind those simple words lies a truly remarkable achievement. Jimin made history first with his song, Like Crazy. In 2023, the song debuted directly at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This achievement made Jimin the first South Korean soloist to reach the top of the chart. The success of Like Crazy became one of the most important milestones in Jimin's solo career and demonstrated the power of his music in the global market. Like Crazy was not simply a chart achievement. It was also proof that Jimin could make history under his own name as a solo artist. After spending years being known as a member of BTS, he showed that his solo work could also reach the top of the highly competitive US music chart. Not long after that, Jungkook followed in his footsteps. Through 7 Feet Lado, Jungkook debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song became a historic achievement in his solo career and made Jungkook the next BTS member to take a solo song to the top of the Billboard Hot 100. Therefore, the words BB Hot 100 #1 Duo on the banner carry a clear meaning for fans. Jimin has a solo song that reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Jungkook also has a solo song that reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. 2 BTS members, 2 solo songs, and 2 achievements that both reached the highest position on the chart. However, the word duo in this context should not be misunderstood as a claim that Jimin and Jungkook have a duet song that reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. What is being celebrated is their individual success as solo artists. Jimin with Like Crazy, Jungkook with 7 Feet Lado. The two are connected by one shared fact. Each of them has made history at the top of the Billboard Hot 100. That is what makes the banner feel so special to Jikook fans. The photos of Jimin and Jungkook displayed side by side seem to represent two different solo journeys that ultimately share one major achievement. For ARMY, especially those who have followed both of them from the beginning, moments like this are an opportunity to look back and remember just how far Jimin and Jungkook have grown as artists. Bringing the banner onto the streets also shows how fans have their own ways of celebrating their idols' achievements. It doesn't always have to be through a major event or a grand stage. Even a banner carried around on a motorcycle can become a symbol of pride and support. The fans' reactions were just as enthusiastic. Many felt touched and happy to see how support for Jimin and Jungkook was expressed through a simple project that carried such a powerful message. OMG, look at this! Our Jikook joined the trend, was one of the reactions that captured fans' excitement when they saw the banner. There was also appreciation directed toward the team behind the project. Team, thank you so much for this project. Such an amazing project. These messages show that the project was not seen as just an ordinary banner. For fans, it represented effort, creativity, time, and love poured into something meaningful. The Jikooker team involved in the project seemed to be sending one simple message: Jimin and Jungkook's achievements deserve to be celebrated together. The message of support became even stronger through the words, Jimin and Jungkook, we will always be by your side. Thank you for everything. That sentence seems to capture the feelings of many fans who have followed their journey. Behind the photos and words displayed on the banner lies a sense of pride in the long journey of two BTS members who continue to grow and create new achievements. Interestingly, the use of the term BB Hot 100 #1 duo also shows how fans create their own language of celebration. It is not an official Billboard title, but rather a way to summarize two major achievements in one memorable phrase. Jimin and Jungkook did not reach #1 with a duet song together. They achieved it through their respective solo works. And perhaps that is exactly what makes the phrase so unique. Two individuals from the same group managed to achieve a similar milestone during their individual solo journeys. Like Crazy and 7 became two songs that not only brought Jimin and Jungkook to the top of the Billboard Hot 100, but also became part of the history of their respective solo careers. From Jimin opening the path with Like Crazy, to Jungkook following with 7 Feet Lado, both have shown that BTS's popularity can go hand in hand with their strength as individual artists. So when a red sport motorcycle rides through the streets at night carrying a large banner featuring Jimin and Jungkook, what we are really seeing is more than just a banner. There is a story behind it. There is pride in Jimin's achievement. There is pride in Jungkook's achievement. There are memories of Like Crazy and 7. And there is the happiness of fans who want to celebrate these two #1 milestones in their own special way. In the end, perhaps that is the simplest meaning behind the project. When someone we support achieves something extraordinary, we want to celebrate with them. For Jikookers, those two names are Jimin and Jungkook. Two BTS members. Two solo journeys. Two songs that reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And one banner that became a small symbol of the enormous pride felt by their fans. That night, the red sport motorcycle carrying photos of Jimin and Jungkook seemed to remind everyone that an idol's achievements are never celebrated alone. Behind every number, chart position, and record, there are always fans who smile, feel proud, and say, Jimin and Jungkook, we will continue to support you. What do you think about this creative Jikooker banner project? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe to Jikook Moments so you won't miss the latest stories about Jimin, Jungkook, and other BTS moments. See you in the next video. Jimin and Jungkook will always be proud of you.